So now, today I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to make fusion Pokemon, basically. And I'm going to pick the Pokemon that I'm going to combine today. I'm going to combine Whismur and then Curlia. And so we're going to do this on GIMP, which is free. You can download it free online on GIMP.org. And we're going to copy it. We're going to copy that image, and then we're going to make a new one. I'm just going to leave it like that because we'll change it later. And then we'll just paste Curlia in, and you go to layer, new layer, and then that makes it into a layer here. That's a new layer. And then you go to Whismur, or Whismur. And to make it straight, you just gotta combine factors from each of them. So paste, you can do this with whatever Pokemon. Right now, in my example, I'm just doing this. You just delete the background. And then you go, you make your Whismur and your Curlia, or whatever you're putting, your two Pokemon, a reasonable part apart, like space apart. You usually want to have space. Erase and add thing. And you're just going to merge the one on top down. And then you're going to take layer, boundary stuff. Just make it a lot bigger. Just something like that. And then image. I like to fit my canvas to my layers because now I know where I'm working. And I am going to... What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take Curlia's little head bobbly things. And, well, first I'm going to move them away. We don't want them anymore. Because, you can do this with anything, so it's basically just move it away. Move away, one part if you want. You can just use this little lasso tool up here, the free select tool. And if you want to move stuff in GIMP, you actually have to go to the scale tool. Don't scale it, but if you just click on it and click on this circle in the middle, you can move it sideways. Sometimes it takes a while to get used to. And now I'm going to take, since I'm replacing Curlia's ears, I'm going to take Whismur's ears, and I'm going to put them on Curlia. I'm going to copy them because, once again, I want Whismur to be kind of full still at the end, so I know what I'm doing, I'm just going to paste them right there. I'm going to move it right there. And I'm just going to do layer, new layer to make this. See, it's another layer. The ear is actually a different layer. So if I want, I can move it around. I can make it go under. I tend to do some small pieces first before I finish recoloring the character. See? We're going to copy this, and we're just going to paste it over here. And then you just move your pieces, basically wherever you want, on your other character. And then layer, new layer, because I want it to have layer both. Now I'm just going to make both of the ears invisible. And I'm going to select this layer, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to do the color select tool, where, well, it's select by color tool. Basically, if you click on this, all colors are highlighted of the same color. And so since those are highlights of Curlia, I'm going to do the highlight of Whismur. And I'm going to just color it in. Just quickly like that. Now, I'm going to do the second darkest color. And I'm going to pick this color of Whismur because it's about the same. It's the second darkest color of Whismur too. And then, once again, pick the third darkest color now. And luckily, Whismur and Curlia both have the same number of colors as highlights. Sometimes that's a problem you'll run into when you'll have to input on this somewhere. And then select by color, darkest color, and then find the darkest color for Whismer. And I'm going to put it over here on Curly. So now we've got these two kind of white and pink girly Curly. And now we're going to change her white. And we're going to select all white regions. And now here's something you have to be careful with. If you have a white region on your character, on your Pokemon, then it'll select the eyes, but you don't want to color in the eyes, so try to avoid that. Avoid coloring them in. Now I'm going to do the ears for her white parts. I'm going to do Whismer's yellow ears, and make sure not to color in the eyes. Just avoid them, go around. And then the second darkest, and that would be, since I don't want it to get too dark, I'm gonna cheat a little bit by doing this. I'm gonna use, by clicking X, you can switch these. And so I'm gonna color this in with this color. But then, since it's still highlighted, I'm gonna go like this. And I'm gonna go down. And so I'm gonna make it just a little bit darker. And then once again, I'm gonna do this. And now I'm gonna use the darkest color of that. And I'm gonna do it. But that's a little bit cheap of it, because you can use your other stuff. Okay, so now we have that, and so we're just gonna pick this color, the dark color of all the colors. And we got our little curly out. Now I've got my little curly, and we've got our working with. And she's just kind of hanging out there, kind of standing oddly. Now I'm gonna look at the original picture of Curly. It's how her hand, try to figure out her hands are breathing, see if I can see them right there. Whisper only has studs of hands, so I'm not gonna be the best. Now, Curly is basically gonna be really simple for Whisper. We're just gonna do that, and then we're gonna make this one visible, and we're gonna place it in the cute position, little position. And Whisper actually has black eyes, and Curly has red eyes, and Whispers are very similar. But I think I'm gonna give Curly Whisper's eyes. Just simply going like this. I'm just gonna look at the pattern of them. Since they're so simple, I don't actually have to copy them. And then I'm gonna color the rest of the face the same goldy color. And then I'm simply going to make, see, it's just a really simple part, I don't even have to copy it. See, now she's got, now I think my Curly Whisper is complete. She's really simple, you know, Whispers aren't really complicated either. So that is Curly Whisper. I'm going to erase everything else, including the Whisper. And then I'm going to look at the Curly now. This is my Whisper, I suppose. It sounds like some type of dark Pokemon curse. And you can merge all these layers together. Just merge them all down. And if you want, what I like to do, a little magic bonus thing, I like to make a little background for my characters. So, you know, you can just use whatever tool you have. I like to make it bigger, and then, just so it's about the size of the Pokemon, like I did. And then use one of the colors to do click several times, and then use pink to click the second color to click another couple of times. Maybe undo that. We'll just click that. And so I'm gonna do auto crop, so it's gonna be the size that it is. And then we're gonna merge these down together. And if you don't do a background, then you don't have to. Oops. Got that. Probably gonna want to merge it down and then do auto crop. There. And then we have my kiss mark. And then we're just gonna save